If you're just converting to black and white in Lightroom or any software and calling it monochrome, you're missing the whole point. Monochrome isn't a filter. It's a feeling, a decision, a statement. If color tells the story, keep it. But if the story is about light, shape, or silence, or a specific mood, that might be a job for black and white. Do you think every image can look just as good or even better in black and white? No way. In this video, I'll show you when color helps and when color gets in the way, when to choose black and white, and possibly when not to. Sometimes both can work, and it just depends on what you're trying to say or what mood you're trying to convey. Again, we're talking about meaningful photography. What I share are general guidelines, rules. They work and they're meant to help, explain, and guide us. But you're the photographer. Ultimately, it's your decision, and you need to make the choice of what will get your point across in the best manner for your image. These opening images of black and white were taken with my film cameras, and they evoke a certain mood, a drama. Of course, they're also with film, but the image, for example, of the candy screams at us because of its color, and it's almost totally meaningless in black and white. And as we move forward to the portraits, formal and informal, the expressions or the body movements, they spoke to me more in black and white. So sometimes the most powerful way to tell a story is by taking something away, not adding more light, not changing your lens, but removing color until all that's left is the soul of the image. Today, I want to explore when monochrome, whether it's black and white or tone on tone, is not only a style choice, but a storytelling tool. Despite living in a color world, black and white photography remains one of the most powerful tools. It's not about being artsy. It's about pure visual communication. When you remove color, you force viewers to focus on what really matters. What does monochromatic really mean? Most people hear monochrome and think black and white. And yes, that's the most familiar form of monochrome. But monochrome literally means one color, mono. It could be warm sepia and icy blue. By limiting the color, we can heighten everything else, the form, the emotion, the contrast, the shape, the silence. Color can distract from our story, and black and white taps into emotions differently. It feels more timeless, maybe a little more dramatic, or even a little more honest. Some of these images can of course look good in either color or black and white, but I chose the black and white option for a specific reason. The men playing cards, they're old timers from a different era, and I felt that the black and white represented that old time feeling. The young man thoughtfully looking out at the sea, well, if the sea was my subject, I might have left it in color, but my subject was this person's thinking, his contemplation, his meditative gaze, even without seeing his eye. So I thought black and white would look better. The long and not so winding road, that could almost go either way. The color image is almost monochromatic, like a rose tone, and evokes a sense of mystery, as does the black and white. And the woman looking at her miraculous newborn with that gaze spoke to me far stronger in black and white. It strips away the distraction. If you have Lightroom or any similar type of software, this is how you can change any image to black and white. There's a few ways with changing it to black and white or desaturate. Or on your phone, one of the easiest apps that I use is Snapseed. The black and white highlights emotion and texture, and it often evokes a sense of timelessness or intimacy. When the colors in the image don't add, they can distract. So not every photo wants to be or should be black and white. Ask yourself, what's this photo about? If it's about feeling, structure, contrast, nostalgia, black and white might reveal more of that than color ever could. But if it's about the light hitting golden wheat, or the neon glow of a rainy street, or just that golden hour, the color might be essential. But if color's not the story, try monochrome. This couple's engagement proposal images, I did and presented to them mostly in color. But this one, for example, where they're wearing the sunglasses and sort of playing a serious mood, or it can look like a serious scene, so to speak, I switched it to black and white. The images with the golden light, I did not want to switch to black and white because the golden light was so much a part of the story I was telling. The landscape scenes with the fog and the mist, I often used the black and white versions because the mist and fog lent themselves to that version of mystery and mood and deep thinking. The people at sea, you might think I'd want the color version because of the sunset and the beautiful colors at sunset. But again, I opted for the serene, calm feeling of monochrome. So I chose one as a black and white monochrome and one as a sepia-like tone. Street photography often lends itself to black and white, especially gritty scenes like I love to capture. Aside from the mood, sometimes the very high contrasty look of a scene really lends itself to a black and white rendition. There's lots of light and shadow. You can still tell color stories, maybe even with just one color, or an entire photo essay with the warmth of afternoon light, or with black and white. But monochrome, remember, it's not about being less. It's just about being maybe more clear, more intentional, more emotional, more timeless. You decide. The next time you're looking at a photo that you've taken, before you might get rid of it or delete it, try removing the color. See what appears. For this week's challenge, I want you to experiment with monochrome. Try to. Tag me on Instagram, Rebecca Co Photo. I'd love to see what emerges when the color steps aside and the story stands on its own. Or even if you came to a decision that a specific image that you tried to change still needs to be in color. Or maybe a group of photos that would have a mix of black and white and color. Remember, you're the photographer, you decide, experiment, go out and shoot, show me what you've got, and I'll see you in the next video. Before we wind down, I really feel strongly that I want to thank all of you, each of you, for joining, for supporting me in this mission and journey and passion of photography and sharing it. I so appreciate everybody who subscribes, everybody who's written me. It's so interesting to hear from you from all over the world, and I thank you. There are 2 opportunities that I offer. In the meantime, we're going to also have a lot of new programming to help us grow together as a community, to help you grow as a photographer. And in the meantime, I'm still offering one-on-one sessions, and I'm really excited to meet those of you that have signed up for that. And you'll email me at photos@imagesthroughtime.com. I'll write it in the description. And of course, any of the images that are mine, my fine art images, are for sale and we ship everywhere. And I'm working hard to keep creating videos on topics that all of us can learn from together, and that I can share what I love so much with people who I appreciate and I know share the same interests and passion.